Good morning, my brothers and sisters. On this, our first episode of the GMG Nerds Show, where we cover all the latest and greatest from nerdy news and all things we love to nerd about. This, of course, is the Good Morning Guys podcast, and we are going to be talking about all things video games, movies, streaming series, TV series, phone series, whatever series, whether we love to watch or play or just talk about them. And so thank you, Joiner, for joining us on this fine morning, afternoon, evening, or night. I'm your host, the Brazilian nerdineer and transition geek, Lucas M. Swisher. Also with me, the final member of our GMG quadfecta, the guy with Doctor Who in his heart, nerdy news and trivia on his brain, and cake on the bobby in his old stomacho, Marc Boucher.
Hi, how are you?
It's good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you again.
Yet again, Fireside Chat, Nerd Edition. With us in spirit, of course, the judge, jury, and executioner of the Nerd Kingdom, Patrick Novosel. And, the man who nerds out over farming resources in Ark and will travel across the land searching far and wide, Ronnie Johantis. Our two other members who are only with us, kind of voiceless with us. So they're not here to nerd out with us, but they would be if they could be. So let's jump right in, shall we? Let's nerd out over the latest news. Namely, we've had a very busy week. D23, the Disney Expo. I don't remember. What's the 23 stand for? Can you remind me?
That is a wonderful question that I wish
like
I
Baskin
knew
Robbins.
the answer to that right now.
I didn't warn you. Yeah, so D23, they had a few different things. Like they had a video game conference. They talked about everything mainly in the D23. Also, did you have something? Anything?
I do. I have an answer to that question. So the D obviously stands for Disney. And the 23 represents the year 1923, the year that Walt Disney arrived in California and founded what was to ultimately become the Walt Disney Company.
So can you imagine what next year's going to be like? D23 and 2023?
It's crazy.
It's gonna be a big shindig. I wonder what surprises they're gonna have up their sleeves.
Hopefully some good ones.
Yeah, for sure. We'll have to just talk about 2022s. We'll have to settle for 2022's reveals for now. Along with that, we are going to talk about the Nintendo Direct and PlayStation's State of Play. So with that, let's jump right in. D23, what were some of the highlights that in most hype moments that you enjoyed, Mark, or just something you look forward to seeing, maybe a trailer? I thought it was interesting that there were some trailers, but many of these reveals were just a picture and people talking on the stage. I was like, well, do we really need to know till like 2025, 2026 what's going on?
Well, here's the thing about these conferences. It's the fact that, much like your E3s and your Comic Cons and your stuff like that, there's a lot of stuff that we don't get to see. The people who didn't go, who aren't actually there in the theater, didn't get to see. And so we get to see there are some trailers that come out for things that are a little bit more immediate in the future, but in terms of early looks at shows and movies and stuff like that, we'll get a picture maybe from the movie or the TV show, but they'll show some footage that we don't get to see. So
gotcha.
Yeah, I know definitely on the Marvel side, they showed some footage from the Marvels that we didn't get to see. Trying to think.
At some point they showed Quantum Mania's.
Yeah,
Ant-Man's,
Quantum Mania
Ant-Man
footage,
and the Wasp,
which we didn't get to see. Several things like that where, I think they actually showed some footage from Ahsoka, I want to say. From the TV series.
Nice.
And didn't get to see that. We got to see pictures, but we didn't get to see. There's a lot of stuff that I see their side of things. There's these people paid money to come to this expo, and they're waiting for a long time, and they're there in person, and they want to do something special for those people, and we're not. But at the same time,
yep, we're freeloaders.
Yeah, at the same time, I want to see that. I want to see if
Yeah.
you could at least, have it to where, you show it to them first and then like maybe 3 or 4 days later show it to
Right.
us.
Yeah. I like that. You
So,
should write that in the old suggestion box.
yep,
They
I
got
will
one of those laying
send that
around. You
to
just write
the
it.
mouse.
Yep. The mouse in the house and
Yep.
let them know. Say, hey, man. Say, hey, pal.
What's the
That's
big
not
deal?
how we do things. Huh? So, do you want to focus on areas first, like Marvel, Disney sequels, live action remakes, Pixar? We can go around the gamut, or do you want to just throw out stuff?
I
I'll
would
let you
just
lead the
say
way.
just throw out stuff, because if we
Okay,
tend to try to compartmentalize to the different departments, we're going to start naming off like all of them, and there's a lot
that's true.
to talk about there. So I would say,
Yeah.
overall encompassing, what are your standout things
Mm,
that you were interested in from D23?
gotcha. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and just start out with just there were two Marvel ones. I will say one Marvel one that really I thought the trailer for a series it looked movie like
Mm-hmm.
in terms of production value, and that is Secret Invasion with old Nick Fury.
He's
I'm very
back.
excited for this. He's back, baby. He's got his eye patch. He's got his scars. I think he has like a gray beard, at least
Sure
in the
does.
beginning of the trailer.
Just let
And then he
himself go a
cleans
little bit.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think this is kind of it's not overdue, but I don't know. It feels like we learned about the Skrulls in Ms. Marvel or no, Captain Marvel, not
Yeah.
Ms. Marvel.
Mhm.
In Captain Marvel, and then the Skrulls disappeared. Like they're not referred to hardly ever. Like I think they popped in spoilers at the end of No Way Home. Is that right?
I think it was,
Is that the
yeah, the end of No Way Home, and they were
Yeah, No Way
also
Home.
in the end of WandaVision.
Yes, they were at the end of WandaVision. You're right. But I feel like, and I think maybe that's on purpose to set up Secret Invasion because I feel like there's going to be some characters, as I alluded to in one of our recent, that perhaps Wong is a Skrull. He might not be, but there are going to be some characters that are going to turn out to be Skrulls, and we'll be like, what?
Yep.
So it should be
Absolutely.
fun. I'm really excited about that. The other thing that's connected to it, but I don't think they showed any footage, was Thunderbolts. I'm I'm intrigued. It's got Elaine from Seinfeld. It's got the hooded masked lady from Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's got Red Star, I think,
Red
or
Guardian.
Red Guardian, Comrade Russian Man.
Yes.
It has
Hopper from
Blonde
Stranger
Widow.
Things.
Yes. Winter Soldier, Fake Captain America, and Ms. Taskmaster. And so I'm
And
down for
Ghost.
that group of people. Yeah. So yeah, that's the hooded masked lady from Ant-Man and the Wasp, I think.
Yep.
Ghost.
Yep.
Got the mask and looks like a character from Destiny.
Yep.
So yeah. So I'm down for that. I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of trouble they get into.
I'm interested in seeing it. The lineup is very much not the Thunderbolts.
Right.
But
I think I saw the meme. It's Black Widow 2,
yeah,
which, it kind of is, but that's only because you have like the two forefront people of, what's her name?
Yelena?
Blonde Black Widow.
Yelena?
Yelena, yeah. Yelena and Russian guy. I still can't remember.
Red Guardian?
Red Guardian. I keep wanting to call him Red Star. I don't know why.
because he
Anywho,
does have a star on his.
Yeah,
on his-
that's
on his
that's
suit.
why. I knew there's a good reason. Thanks for reminding me.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. Even though, for me, I'm going into it very excited because I'd never read the comics for Thunderbolts, so I don't really care. And
What's
so
really strange is that the namesake of the show, the character or the actor who plays him in the MCU is dead.
Not sure how that's gonna work. I mean, they could break out the deep fake stuff that they've done for
Yeah,
for
that's true.
Luke Skywalker and Leia, and they're a lot better at it now than they were even a year or two ago. So
That's true.
we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, it may be something that the Contessa is wanting to carry on in Thunderbolt Ross's name or something like that.
Yeah,
or
maybe.
they could have him on the show in some capacity.
Right.
But I saw this meme that my buddy sent to me. It was funny because Red Hulk is actually a part of the actual Thunderbolts original comic lineup.
Yeah.
And he sent me a meme with a picture of the guy from Pawn Stars, and it says "Best I can do is Red Guardian."
That's
But no, I'm interested for sure. I mean, they've built up these characters in some capacity, and so
yeah.
I'm
They
interested
have
in
some
seeing.
connection.
One thing I was bummed about: no Zemo whatsoever.
Oh, that's
Hopefully,
true.
hopefully
Yeah, where's
they
he
maybe
at?
introduce him at a later point. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm
we
down.
need a dance off between him and name a character. I don't care who it is.
Yeah,
It just needs to be him dancing off against someone.
dance off, bro.
Yeah, let's go. So, all right, what's something you're excited about or you enjoyed from got hyped about from D23?
Mando season 3.
Oh my gosh, you're
Yep,
speaking my language.
yep. That needs to happen with a
Yes,
quickness.
dude, that looks so good.
Yep.
And we have Boba Fett season 1 to thank for building that storyline up and really getting us hyped.
Yep, absolutely. I'm interested to see. It seems like they're making Bo-Katan a little bit more of a maybe a little bit more of a villain in some
Yeah,
lights. I know
yeah. I
she
mean,
wants to fight Mando for the dark saber, but or she has to in order to get it. But
right.
I don't know. It seems like she's going a little bit more on the villain side. But I'm super ready for Mando season 3. The trailer looks awesome.
So ready. Yeah, I feel like they are. I feel like since they're playing it so, I don't want to say they're playing it heavy. I mean, it feels like the logical next step, really, because you get to the end of the official season 2 of Mando, and he gets the sword, and she's like, "Whoa, whoa, what?" And you can tell she's not happy. So it follows that she wants the sword, but I feel like a transition's going to happen to where we're going to think she's the villain, and then it's going to wind up being somebody else, and she's going to join team with him. She's going to team up with him or work things out, water under the bridge. Um, I think it's going to be exciting, regardless of how it plays out. But there's definitely a bad guy in the wing that we don't know about, or they're going to bring back Giancarlo
Yep. Well, he is confirmed
Esposito.
to be back.
Yeah, but whether they'll make him the principal bad guy
Yeah,
again, I don't
I don't
know.
know in
But
what capacity, but
it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun ride.
yes, sir.
Hmm. Along with that, another hype thing that I'm going to just throw out there since you brought up Star Wars, Tales of the Jedi looks
Yeah,
looks impressive.
young Count
It
Dooku
looks,
and little Ahsoka.
yeah, the origin story that I've always like kind of wanted, but I didn't realize, or guess I didn't think about how would they ever do it. It always felt weird to me to introduce this really old man Sith Lord that used to be a Jedi and give little to no background for him in episode 2 and 3, and then now we're going to get some of it, and they're going to do it in tandem with Ahsoka, which is really cool, and just the whole trailer for that got me hyped.
Yeah,
My daughter afterwards was like, "Can we watch Clone Wars again?"
nice.
Like
That's the
she's ready to
response you
just
want.
jump right back in.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
And there's
So
there's a young Qui-Gon was in it because I think Qui-Gon
yeah,
was his apprentice, Dooku's apprentice. I want to say.
yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that looked really cool.
Or sorry, Dooku's Padawan. There we go.
Padawan. Yeah,
Yep.
I knew what you meant. We knew what you meant.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is it? It's your turn. What else are you excited
Is it
about?
my turn? Okay, that's
Yeah,
fair.
it should be. There's only 2 of us. So Pat, do you want to share with us what you're excited about? Actually, he does want to share what he's excited about, but I don't know if it has to do with this. So he'll share a little bit later.
That's
Maybe.
fair. And so apparently, Armor Wars they've finally brought that back up again.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Which is apparently going to dovetail straight off of Secret Invasion. Apparently, somebody is stealing Tony Stark's armor tech, and so that's when Mr. Rhodey has to step in and get the job done, get that taken care of. Of course, they
Yeah.
didn't show any footage or anything. I don't even think they've started filming for that. But
Nope, just words. Armor Wars.
Yep.
Cool.
I'm super excited for that to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, switching gears over to Pixar, I'm always excited about what Pixar has to offer. They have a movie called Elemental, which is a
Mhm.
love story between a waterman and a fire girl. Elemental, friendship. And it's just, to me, it's like Pixar weirdness that I know by the end it's going to make me cry. So
Yeah.
bring it. Bring it on, Pixar. This is going to be cool. There's another one called Win or Lose, which is a Disney Plus series that seems to be like after school special meets Bad News Bears baseball. So
Interesting.
should be fun. Should be interesting. Should take me back. I played Little League baseball back in the day, so I have a lot of memories from playing that sport that I never truly liked, but I just played it because my parents signed me up for it,
Yeah.
and it was like a some kind of obligation. I don't know why. And then the last one they mentioned that looks exciting, but I don't, which sounds exciting, but I don't think they showed a trailer for is Inside Out 2.
They did not.
Yeah, so I am down for a sequel to one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Pixar movies.
It was a good one. It was a good one for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Sticking on the Disney. Well, I know it's all Disney, but
Really? Yeah, I think that's where we are. It's
yeah.
all Disney.
Well, we're sticking on the Disney side of things for sure.
We are. We're sticking on the Disney side of things. You're right.
The the not Star Wars or Marvel or Pixar side of things.
Oh, they have that?
They sure did. And technically, it was actually announced as part of their Disney Plus Day before D23 actually started.
Uh-huh.
But I am I'm big into the Santa Claus series. Of
Yes, I
movies,
saw this. The Santa Clauses.
Santa Clauses, and so if you're not familiar with it, basically Tim Allen's character Scott Calvin, aka Santa Claus, he has decided to retire, and so
For real this time.
for real this time, and so he is on the search for the new Santa Claus, and that's the story on that. They have obviously Tim Allen and the actress who plays his wife Carol in the movies, because he did get married in, I want to say it was the Santa Claus 2,
Yep. Hmm.
or two or three. It was either one of those. Um,
I think it
yeah,
was two.
okay,
Yeah, because he
so
dealt with Jack Frost in 3. So
I do remember that.
his in-laws and Jack Frost.
Yep.
He had to deal with both of them.
I always think of that line, like, he gets all these holiday specials and Christmas lights.
What
and
do I
you
get?
What do I get? I get sniffles and dead citrus.
Yeah. Old
Um,
Martin Short,
Love it.
national treasure.
But yeah, so it's got, obviously Tim Allen and the actress playing his wife, and apparently their two kids in this universe, one of which is played by Tim Allen's actual daughter.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
And so, it shows them as a family and all that kind of stuff, and him trying to find it. And I guess Cal Penn is on the show as well as a potential candidate taking up the mantle of Santa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
That and Peyton Manning, too.
yeah. I could sing too. No, Brady can sing.
Yeah.
But no, it looks really good. The only the amazing thing I saw was, number one, that Bernard is back,
It's back, I know.
and I don't know how I feel about that, because
He's looking old.
dude is like 45 years old, and he's supposed
Yeah.
to be playing an elf. And
Yeah.
you can tell that
They're
he's
not supposed
aged.
to age.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can definitely tell he's
quite a
aged.
bit.
In the split second they showed him, I was like, whoa, he's been around a while.
Yep. I missed Bernard, but I was okay with him not being there simply for the fact that, the actor has kind of gotten older.
Yeah.
But the other gripe that I had was, where the heck is Charlie?
Maybe they're saving it for the show. Maybe it's going to be a big reveal or surprise.
I hope so, because, like, if anybody was a dead ringer to be up to the mantle of Santa, it would have been him. And
Yeah, it seems like a no-brainer, but apparently something has happened.
that's a
And
bummer.
hopefully they'll talk about it in the show.
If they're
Hopefully it's
gonna-
not just like one line like,
Yeah.
oh, Charlie doesn't have time for me anymore. He's a big shot, stock market, blah, 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 some,
Yeah.
naughty list kind of job. I hope
Yep.
that they don't go that route, but we'll see.
We shall see. But yes, I'm super excited for that.
Nice. I will say that while they threw a number of remakes, I guess live action adaptations at us.
Mm-hmm.
I think only one or two of them had a trailer. I am looking forward to The Little Mermaid. The trailer was almost like some of the shots were like spot on with the original movie. Her voice sounds like really, I don't know, like a good mix of a fresh voice, but then also keeping true to the I don't know, the soul of the singing. From the little bit that we heard. That looks good. One movie that we didn't get any information for other than a title that I'm not excited about is Mufasa, the Lion King. Why?
Who asked for a prequel? And
I know we're trying to squeeze every single last dollar bill out of people from one of the most beloved Disney franchises, but you guys made 1.6 billion dollars off an awful movie.
Yep.
That I know a million other people that could sing better than most of the people who sang.
And
in that
James
movie.
Earl Jones isn't even in it. That's the sad part.
Ugh.
He is not even playing.
I didn't know
Mufasa.
that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That puts the nail in the coffin. Come on.
Yep. It's gross.
What are we doing? Yeah, that's super gross. No good. No bueno.
I will say the last one that I'm intrigued by, I'm interested in, just because it's so different from all the others, is Werewolf by Night.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks super interesting, done in like a black and white, old school horror type style. Obviously it's a super lesser known Marvel property, but it's fitting for that time of year. Werewolf by Night is actually the series of comics where Moon Knight was introduced.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll show up.
He won't. They said he won't.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
But
all right. Well, boy can dream.
at one point they may meet up. We'll see. But
All right.
I'm
That's
interested just because it's so different from everything else.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Well, you, dear joiners, you can tell us what you're excited about on Discord, Twitter, wherever you like, on MySpace, however you want to connect with us. Let us know what you're excited about from D23. Moving on to more nerdy expos and information and news. There was a Nintendo Direct today, along with a PlayStation State of Play later on, but we're going to start with Nintendo. Marcus, take it away. What are you excited about from that old Nintendo?
Okay, so the two biggest takeaways I took from this Nintendo Direct, because man, oh man, were there a bunch of life and farming simulators.
Yeah, woo! Let's do it.
So not about any of that, but apparently there's a market for that. But no, the ones that stuck out to me first and foremost was first chronologically, I should say. Is the announcement that they are putting GoldenEye on Nintendo Switch Online with an online multiplayer.
Look out.
That'll be interesting. But there's a little bit of controversy about this.
Yeah, there
just
is.
because later on, Xbox and Rare announced that there would be a remastered edition of GoldenEye that is different from the one that is being put on the N64 on Nintendo Switch Online, that will come with 4K resolution, smoothed graphics, achievements, and no online multiplayer. It's all local co-op.
You almost had me.
Yep.
And then they said no online multiplayer, only on Switch. And I'm just like, all right, there goes my chance of revisiting, some nostalgia.
The one with the online multiplayer is number one with the crap multiplayer system for Nintendo Switch.
Yep.
And number two on the port that is not remastered. It is the original.
Oh, that's gonna. People are gonna love that for like 15 minutes and be like, "Ooh, this is not what I remember."
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the nostalgia glasses melt away and reality hits, and they're like, "I've got a dozen other shooters that are more fun to play than this."
That being said, I'm excited.
I'm glad you're excited. I'm excited you're excited.
Even if you get to, it's just for the main story the fact that, I mean, you can get achievements in this game now, so you can at least
I don't
play
like
through the story.
achievements.
You know, that is a lie. That is an absolute
No,
lie
no,
from the
I
pits
only
of
like trophies.
hell.
Now,
Okay.
now, if it comes to PlayStation, I'll consider it. But even then, I'm going to be honest. I like to play it, with people. Like,
Yeah, that's the main
that
draw.
part. I played the story. I remember not even liking the story when I first played it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like every character in that game that you walk up to is an ugly boat person from
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
that's fair.
They look exactly like that. It's no good. There's just so many so many other shooter stories that are going to be
Well,
more funner to play.
I'm
But for those that want to, enjoy it.
I'm happy to put on the nostalgia glasses for a little while and
Do it.
and
Put on
check
them
that out.
glasses and have some fun for 10 minutes.
Yep, best 10 minutes ever.
Yes.
But obviously, the much bigger
Mm-hmm.
announcement from this Nintendo Direct, and shout outs to everybody that loves Pikmin. They're getting a Pikmin 4, but I don't really care for that game. But the biggest
Picking my
announcement,
nose.
yeah, the biggest announcement is that we finally have not only a title for the sequel to Breath of the Wild, but also a set, as of this point, date. So we officially have the title called The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And it will be released as of this moment, May 12th of next year. So I was screaming internally and externally at this announcement because we finally can stop calling it Breath of the Wild 2. And we finally
I'm still
have
going
a
to call it
name.
Breath of the Wild too. Just so
Of
you
course
know.
you are.
Yep. Till the day I die, it's Breath of the Wild 2. It's Avatar Pandora Planet meets the Kingdom of Hyrule is pretty much what it is.
That's fair. But now you're going in the sky, which I'm super
Lucy
excited.
in the sky
Yeah.
with diamonds.
Which they kind of sort of
Lucy in the sky with diamonds.
Zelda in the sky.
Exactly.
Which, I mean, they kind of did that with Skyward Sword already, but I'm interested.
Kinda.
I'm interested
Yeah.
to see where they're going to go with it. There's a lot of
That'll be much more open world. It won't like in Skyward Sword. It was much more sectioned off.
Yeah.
It was an open world, and
right.
so
I'm interested in the story, and there is actually more story. The fact that the trailers show like this strange being that is essentially going after the skeletal remains of Ganondorf, because in spoilers in Breath of the Wild, the Calamity Ganon is this spirit-like creature made out of this evil substance called malice.
Yes.
But Ganondorf, his physical form was killed off long ago, but something is approaching his skeletal remains, possibly to revive him, maybe? I don't know. But a lot of interesting stuff going on. Very limited gameplay or anything going on in this trailer, but I'm super excited. I hope they stick to the date. I'm calling it now. They're going to push it one more time. We probably.
I mean,
won't
I
see
think
it.
that's par for the course. That's
Yeah.
the practice. It's like, hey, we're going to name a date just so we can push it further.
Yeah, I'm saying probably October, November of next year.
Yeah.
Just because they want to get it right, and I appreciate them for that. But
Yeah,
at least
for
with
sure.
a name and a first date, we know they're close.
Yes.
They're pretty darn close. They're not being super vague about details and everything about all like that. So, those were the biggest announcements that I took away from the Direct. Also, there was a Fire Emblem announcement, a new Fire Emblem game. Not my cup of tea either, but I know people were super excited for that. But those are the two biggest things I pulled away from the Nintendo Direct trailer.
Nice. Moving on to the PlayStation State of Play. It was a pretty short adventure, I think like 20 minutes. And but they squeezed in some decent trailers and announcements and those kind of things. I mean, I guess it was more of there were a few announcements.
Yeah.
One of which I'm going to go ahead and read from someone speaking from the beyond, that old Bones 2K22. He said, Rise of the Ronin looks cool, but 2024, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Yeah, one of the fresh games that looked like a Elizabethan, I don't know, not Renaissance, but it pretty much looked like Ghost of Tsushima set in Elizabethan England. Like just
Somebody said it was Ghost of Tsushima meets Assassin's Creed.
ooh, Ghost of Tsushima meets Downton Abbey. That's what I'm talking about right there. They're like, you're tending your garden, and then you're roaming the countryside, killing fools and looking for the latest flowers to plant in your garden to have, to win the prize for the best
Another life sim.
garden. Yep, I think that's what they're going for. So
Looks pretty though.
Yeah, it looks really pretty. It doesn't look as pretty as Ghost of Tsushima. I did notice watching the trailer. I was like, this looks nice, but Ghost of Tsushima, a game that's a year, 2 years older.
Something like that.
Yeah, like 2 years older, still looks better. So kudos to first party PlayStation. Not to be a Sony pony or anything.
Yeah.
But it does look good. It looks fun. You got the Ronin with the sword, and then right at the end he gets out his pistol and is shooting someone.
Yep.
Looks like it'll be a fun story. What else did you watch and see that you were excited about, Marcus?
Truth be told, some of the games were like, okay, that looks cool. Like the Like a Dragon Ishin, that looks cool. Apparently, that's a complete from the ground up remake of a game that we never got. It was only exclusive to Japan. The Star Wars VR game looks pretty
Yeah,
cool.
the Tales from the Galaxy's Edge.
Yep.
Yeah, that looks fun.
I kind of want a VR2 for that.
Could be you never know, it could be a system seller.
Yeah.
I really liked that they had Hondo is his name from Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm.
I think they had Hondo show up in there, and it has to be the same guy that voices the character in the animated, because his voice was spot on.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Hey, friend," I can't replicate it, but it's so good. I love him. He's always best buds, frenemies as it were, with Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then friends with what is his name from Rebels, who's going to be in Ahsoka? I'm blanking on his name. Ezra. He's always friends with Ezra. They were good buddies. So Hondo's a cool guy. So cool that he's going to show up in Galaxy's Edge. It looks fun.
Yep. But the only thing that, like, oh man, I need to play this. This needs to happen.
Come on now.
Is freaking God of War Ragnarok, the story trailer for that game.
Yeah.
That game looks phenomenal, and we are less than 2 months away from it.
Yeah, man. It's on the horizon.
Yep.
Not to mix it up with Horizon
I was going to
Forbidden
say wrong
West,
game.
which already came out. Yep, sorry. Yeah, Bones 2K22 also had to say, God of War Ragnarok looks amazing, but was there any ever doubt?
Yeah.
Ever any doubt? No doubts.
Absolutely not. Yeah, looks cool. I love that Atreus is with Fenrir, that giant freaking wolf in that game. Love the footage.
His voice is deeper, so he's like, "Hey, Dad, it's me, your son, Atreus." That's right. At least he's not like, "What do you mean? What am I supposed to do?"
Dad, somebody needs to protect you.
Look out, it's Thor! Atreus, stop that, boy. Quit your voice crackling.
Shut up, boy.
Yeah. Oh, man, the end of that trailer, Kratos' axe and Thor's hammer colliding and them fighting. I'm just like, what's crazy is I feel like in the past, at least, when they showed trailers for God of War, the last one, they didn't reveal a whole lot.
Yeah.
So there's still a lot that they're hiding, which is exciting.
Yeah.
They show, like in the trailer, 2 Valkyries ganging up on Kratos and Atreus and fighting them. A lot of it, and now correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of the trailer is really a narration of the God of War for the Norse realm, what is his name? I'm forgetting.
Ooh,
You're
I
forgetting
forget.
too, aren't you? Yeah.
I forget.
But it sounds like he's talking to Kratos, kind of looking down upon him as a god. Like, no one's ever prayed to you. No one's ever worshipped you. You've never truly been loved.
Tyr.
You're Tyr, yes. Or I think I pronounced it as Tyre
Is it
until they
Tyre?
said it out loud.
Oh, I think
No,
it's
it's Tyr. I think
Okay.
it's Tyr. No, when I read it, Tyre, I wanted to say Tyre, and then I think Atreus would say Tyr, and I'm like, oh right, Tyr. That's what I meant. But like, yeah, just I'm interested to see how it's all going to play out. It's going to be a fun deal, and knowing what we know from the ending of God of War, we know there's going to be some drama, and there's going to be some interesting things that happen because based on the mythology, there's a lot of connections that they haven't really revealed.
Mhm.
That when they reveal it, it's going to be, it's going to be fun.
Can't come soon enough.
No doubt. No doubt.
But yeah, that was the really the only thing that was like, man, I need to get that as soon as possible. The rest were cool, like the trailer for Tekken 8.
Yeah, that's
cool.
what Patrick said. He can't wait for Tekken 8. I mean, it was a cool trailer. I think it's interesting that some of the sparks that fly off, not quite as sparky as Power Rangers, but
Yeah.
but just that old school, like that's exactly from the original Tekken still. Like they have some of those aspects of it that still have continued all through all 8+ games.
Right.
But it looks beautiful.
Yep.
So it should be fun. I have no idea what's happening. I don't think I've played since Tekken 3. So it looks cool.
I've played it in passing. I played Tekken. Like I think I
Yeah.
played it in like arcades and I think maybe a little bit on
Right.
PlayStation, but
Yeah. I played a bunch of Tekken 1, Tekken 2, Tekken 3 on PlayStation, but yeah, it's fun. And then Hogwarts Legacy looks cool. It looks like an amazing immersive world, being able to be in Hogwarts and be in all the, Diagon Alley and all the different places in an open world is going to be a blast. So
it's interesting that it seems like in other trailers, it looks like you'll get to choose, how good or evil you want to be, what type
Right,
of
right.
wizard you end up, or, whatever you end up being.
Yeah.
So that's cool that you can choose that path. I'm most certainly going to play the good path. Guess I always do.
For
but-
sure. Now, what I want to know is, I think some people out there, they need to take the good path and be in Slytherin, because Slytherin gets a bad name. And I mean, for obvious reasons sometimes.
Yeah. Be a
But
light
can we
to
just
those
get
people.
can we get a good Slytherin, please?
Yep.
Like just to kind of buck the stereotype. It won't be me. I'm going to be Gryffindor and good all the way. So
Gryffindor.
yeah, I'm not letting that hat choose. It's going to try to put me in Hufflepuff or something.
Yeah.
Forget that.
Apparently, I'm a Ravenclaw.
Okay, that's probably I would settle for Ravenclaw. They're pretty smart folk. So
I took
a
some
good
sort of Harry Potter sorting hat test or something, and it was told me I was in Ravenclaw. So
nice. Actually, no hate against the Hufflepuff people. Once I learned more about Hufflepuff, I appreciate all the houses, even Slytherin. So
there you go.
it's good stuff. Yeah. So that's I think that's it, right?
That
Any other
is-
nerdy
that is
news you want
it.
to share?
That
Well,
is
we better
it.
stop before you fall asleep.
Yeah.
You're over here yawning at us with
My
your
bad.
nerdy yawning.
I'm here. I'm awake.
That's all right, folks. That is all for our first episode of the GMG Nerds Show. If you care to share any of your thoughts on anything we talked about, anything we missed, maybe we did miss a thing or two. Shame on us if we did, but shame on you if you don't call us out for it and let us know. So feel free to check us out on Twitter, Discord, Facebook, Instagram. You can share with us there. You can go to YouTube and Twitch to check us out, join us in conversations visually, and at least on being able to see our beautiful faces. On Twitch, where we're playing a variety of games, Battle Royales, Legend of Zeldas, roguelikes, randomness, GMG book club games. And then finally on Patreon and our merch page, you can support and gear up with us. So click on the one link to rule them all in the show notes, or you can type it out yourself, linktree.com/thegmgpod. Of course, if you can't toss your attention or a coin to your podcasters, but are still the giving type, please rate and review us. on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, and or Spotify. Helps us reach new joiners through stars, exclamation marks, and your feedback. So let your voice be heard. Literally, if you like, at 929 GMG Guys. Give us a call. All right, then. Marc and the spirit of Pat and Ronnie J, along with you, our beloved friends, family, and joiners, go get your good morning this week, and may God bless and guide your lives as you live, as you work, and as you get your nerd on.